It's estimated that some 23 million people would lose their health coverage if the Affordable Care Act was found to be unconstitutional. Some gathered outside the Supreme Court as oral arguments were heard virtually by the justices to explain what was at stake, like Maura O'Reilly, whose past seizures might make her ineligible for health insurance without Obamacare.
Got hit with a ambulance bill of about $900 again for a 5-minute ambulance ride, and a hospital bill for almost $30,000 for one night in the hospital, plus a variety of other medical bills from specialists and doctors and things for that, maybe 30 hours in the hospital. But if the ACA is struck down over the coming days, coming weeks, I will suddenly be without health insurance.
A particular focus of the protesters' fears was the Supreme Court's newest member, Amy Coney Barrett. She's been critical of two previous rulings upholding the ACA against Republican challengers. However, as it turned out, it was a different Trump nominee who made the most significant contributions to the proceedings, Brett Kavanaugh. His questioning strongly suggested that even if a majority of justices agreed that the plaintiffs had a case and that what's called the individual mandate in the ACA, the requirement for all Americans to have health insurance, was unconstitutional, Kavanaugh didn't feel that would invalidate the rest of Obamacare.
Looking at our severability precedents, it does seem fairly clear that the proper remedy would be to sever the mandate provision and leave the rest of the act in place, the provisions regarding pre-existing conditions and the rest.
Chief Justice John Roberts also expressed skepticism at the Republicans' arguments. Together with Kavanaugh and the court's 3 liberal justices, they could form a majority to preserve the ACA. In Delaware, President-elect Joe Biden weighed in.
This effort to bypass the will of the American people, the verdict of the courts in the past, the judgments of Congress, in my view, is simply cruel and needlessly divisive.
Joe Biden was among the first to congratulate his then-boss, President Barack Obama, when the ACA became law in 2010 against Republican objections. But a decade later, even Biden accepts that with at least 30 million still uninsured despite Obamacare, change is needed. And now his supporters hope he'll be able to keep a campaign promise to use the ACA's private insurance model as a basis for reform once the Supreme Court rules in several months. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera.